farmers, welcome back to Hinterland. I have gotten the straw baled up, got 3 bales off of it. I got used to the amount of liters per bale on this series now. I think they're 9,000? Yeah, 9,000 liters at 240 centimeters. So, yep, the JCB and the baler worked well here. I did put silage additive into it, and of course, it didn't work on straw. I didn't think it would, but it's going to be mainly used for doing grass and silage, which we're going to be getting to today. I did go ahead and sell the header that was on the Ideal just because the color of the harvester, I believe, is perfect. I love it. But of course, the header, yeah. So I did a little bit of researching. I went on the Mod Hub trying to find a header that kind of fit to what I needed, and I really couldn't find one. So, honeybee. I'm probably just going to go ahead with a 60-footer because why not? The land looks relatively flat around here. We'll give it a go. If it does cause issues, we can always downgrade a little bit smaller, but that's not a big deal because we're not harvesting today anyways. I did notice, I was checking on the fields. All of our fields that were already here, they all need to be plowed when I get the chance. So we're gonna have to get ourselves a plow, but then again, we're gonna get a plow eventually anyways, right? I think the first thing we need to do, because I started using the JCB and I put down the soil sampler, I'm like, yeah, we need sheds. So why not start off by building some sheds first thing here? So construction, not production, sheds. Scroll on down here. It's actually from the Platinum Edition, I do believe. This big fellow right here. It's even got solar panels on it. It is gonna cost like 400 grand. We're gonna rotate the shed this way because when you look at the map, south is facing where the solar panels are, and since we're in the northern hemisphere in Germany, south is where the sun is. So that's the way you want to put it. I can see the fence line to the cow pen. And then we got the rows. I'm going to put it like right in the middle-ish. That way I can drive in and out of here. $395 for the shed, and landscaping is going to cost us like 10 grand to put this down. So for this size, it's relatively kind of flat here. And it looks like it's kind of squared up with everything. Yeah. And then you just do that. And we're all set. So a nice big shed here. All right, so yeah, got a little bit of a bump here and there, but we can smooth that out. But should be able to park a lot of stuff in here to start with, so that's pretty darn good. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to smooth that out. that's a little bit, but that gives us room between the cow fence line. So bringing like a truck and a trailer and parking it in this way, got plenty of room there. But this is way too big for the small stuff. So yeah, where do I want to put the small shed? Well, when I say small shed, small-ish. It's still a decent-sized shed, but it's not going to be used just for small stuff. I'm actually also going to put in a production building inside the shed. It'll make sense in a moment. Why not just put it on the end of this one? That seems like a decent idea. I mean, the silo, I think I was going to make that my grass field. The silo, I don't know where the silo is going to go yet. All right, let me just go ahead. I didn't think about where to put this shed on down, but we're going to go in here. And now we got to find this shed. I think it's this one right here. Seems kind of small now that I look at it. I think this is the one. Oh, I did so much testing. I think hopefully if it's in here, we can put this shed actually. You know what? I think we'll put the silo maybe over here eventually. So putting this like right over into here wouldn't be too bad. So this shed costs $152.5. So it's going to cost me $5 for landscaping fees. I think we can manage that. I'm just trying to figure out how I want this to go. You know what? I think I'm going to hold off onto that. I don't know if I like that going there, and I want to think a little bit more about that as well. So that's a little bit of a start. We got ourselves a shed, at least. I can still put small things in here. It sounds like it's going to take up a lot of space. So there is that. We're going to come over here, and we're actually going to get ourselves the sheep today. We're going to be doing more spending, like always. But let's go and get the sheep, because we can get the conditioned grass right away. But before we do, we are going to put the fence line around the sheep. So we still got the grid showing, so let's go back into construction mode. And decoration. I don't know. I think white fence line for the sheep might be decent. So we're just going to go Not going to bother trying to make it look real good by putting in gates. Or should I just match... Is that fence line in here? Might be that one right there. Hang on a second. Let me go into demolish. And it kind of looks like... Not quite that one. But that's pretty darn close. I mean, why not try to match the fence lines? Maybe it's this one. Might look like this one. If not, it'll be close enough. And if I go over a little bit oversized, that's always fine. Because that way, if the sheep do happen to go outside the grid pattern a little bit, we got it covered. There we go. Is that the same fence? I think it is. That works. Alright, so now we can turn off the grid pattern, which should be like right here. Yep, now it's off. And then we buy sheep here. I might as well just get... Does it matter? I mean, we got the cash. It's not that... Doesn't make that much of a difference. Sure, let's get some of these. Let's just start off with 10 and go from there and let them build up. That way I can kind of see how much they are going to require to feed. Alright, so we got some sheep. Oops. Hello, sheep. So this pen, we don't need to put water in. I can't jump over that. Thank you. We don't need to put water into this one. This is an automatic water trigger. So if we go into the animals, which I kind of want to show you last time, but there's going to be four food groups for sheep. Actually, for all animals. And basically, this is pretty easy to do. If I bring up the HUD for Maizeplus animal food add-on, if we go down to sheep, so these are the 4 food groups for sheep. If you want to know which one you need, you just click on it and it can tell you. So to get protein silage, we could use grass condition. We can use grass fresh, clover silage, alpha silage, whole crop silage, or Duca sheep feed. So yeah, today we're just gonna be doing grass condition because we can get that from mowing grass, and then just bale it on up and give it to them. So in order to mow grass, well, let's go on in here to the mowers, and we are gonna get the mower that has a PTO shaft and everything behind it, so we can haul our baler behind it. We are gonna get the bigger engine, unlike on East Violin. We're gonna get the bigger engine because that's what you would do. And I don't think we need anything else there, so we're just going to buy that. So we have the baler, but now we need... we are going to make some silage today because I would like to get cows. And I don't know how long it's going to take for silage to ferment on this series. So with the Maizeplus mod, you will get a baler that can do the 240 centimeter balers. Now, the one thing I did do this because I was testing it, I'm like, well, how fast does it wrap? It wraps at the same speed as a base game, but I went in and I modified the speed that it wraps at. So this will wrap really quick, but that's not the way it comes in the mod. You have to modify it yourself if you want to. I don't know, we went with yellow on East Finally. I think we'll do yellow here as well. Keep it the same. Because silage is gold. Let's go ahead and get our mower. And we'll start cutting some grass. Now, we don't actually have a grass field, but there's plenty of grass everywhere. And we own quite a bit of land. Just need to go over and get the baler. I think we're going to make this over here a grass field. And I may extend it from the wheat field that was here, because why not make this all side a grass field. I will have to find we got plenty of areas, just got to buy more land and make a wheat field or barley field or whatever we decide to do. Let me go ahead and unhitch the JCB from the baler. Now, there is two ways, or many ways, you can do Maizeplus with the grass. So basically, you can just cut the grass and it'll be like really wet grass. But we are going to turn on the conditioner on the mower so it comes out as conditioned grass to start with today. So when you get a tedder and you want to ted into hay, the tedder can change it to any type of grass that you basically want. Nope, I didn't need that to fold in. I need that to unfold. Put that down. And we'll turn that on. And yep, detaching the wrong stuff. Make sure I am on swath dropping. Oop, no, we don't want that. So, well, you can see how bright that grass is. That is considered wet grass. And you can already see the bale has already changed in the baler to wet grass. I need to turn on the Z key. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, Z is without conditioner. We want to do it with conditioner. And the color of the grass should turn. Now you can see it's more of a regular standard type of grass. And I'm kind of hoping, because on East Vineland we do have the problem. I can see we still got a little bit of a problem here to where the baler doesn't pick up the entire swath most of the time. But right now it is. But then again, the yield off of this is just meadow grass, not in the field. Once we get a grass field, the yield's going to be a lot bigger, so it looks like I might actually have the same problem. But you can see we got actually two different types of grass bales back there. And we should actually be able to see, because of Maizeplus, it will say grass fresh, and this is grass conditioned. Different types of grass. I mean, Maizeplus was kind of like this in 19 anyways, but I didn't use it in a series. It's kind of like seasons where we had wet grass, semi-dry grass, and then hay. So kind of the same concept. We got to get this mowed up, feed this to the sheep. I don't know how many bales they're going to go through in a month, but we only got like 10 sheep, but that can hold 195. And I'm just going to go ahead and mow all this, and then we're going to get ourselves the Voltra tractor, and we're going to put a front loader on that. So I'm going to try to limit the vehicles that I have. So instead of just getting a Voltra where I can put narrow tires on, get in the fields when the crop is grown to put fertilizer down or what I may need to do, we're also going to put the front loader on it so that way we don't have to get a telehandler to, you know, move bales around for the cows or the sheep. So after we get this mowed, probably get ourselves the plow and make this all like one field. Get it all kind of up and going. Get some grass planted in here. And by doing so today, the grass should be ready to be mowed in November, just before winter gets here. And I think when we do get cows, we're going to start off with maybe 10 cows, maybe. The cows will not actually start producing milk, I think, until they're 22 months old. I think in game, base game, it's 18 months, but I think with Maizeplus it's 22 months. So we're going to get ourselves some mature cows. They'll be 18 months old. They won't make no milk for 4 months at least, and then they'll start making some milk. And that's where we'll start making some money in this series, when we get enough cows, because they're just going to produce milk like you wouldn't believe. But it'll take a while to get going, like most things do. But once they do, they'll be rolling. Now, originally I was going to put the sheds over here on the test map. I was like, oh, let's put the sheds over here. But really, it looked like it was kind kind of clustered over here, and I don't want it to be clustered. I don't like my farm being clustered. I like to be able to have plenty of room to drive in, drive out, not have to squeeze in here, squeeze in there. And I'm also trying to use sheds with solar panels on them so we can get ourselves some money, because with the big loan we're going to have, we are going to have loan interest. And I did not check to see how much it's going to be, but I think someone did say on a $10 million loan, it's like $7,000 a month. So with the solar panels being down, that one there I think is going to make us, I forgot what it said, like $2,800 a month. And the other shed I had down was going to make us like $500 or $600 a month. It's a little bit, it'll help, and we should be fine. Although we are spending the cash, and we still got millions more to spend it on. Have a good amount of bales to start with, and yet we're going to have to fix out some of the landscaping around this shed, but going to start putting some of the stuff away. That way it's all in one location. What button to turn on the lights? It's R to turn on the lights on that one. Gotcha. I'm going to grab the JCB, pick up a little bit of scraps here and there, but we got a lot of conditioned grass. So for the cows, we do need silage and we need hay. And I also want to feed just hay to the sheep in the winter. Conditioned grass is kind of like this regular grass. It's not going to last too long in reality. So I would like to just make hay for the sheep for the wintertime, but this should last until winter, I would hope. We'll see how much they go through. Let me hitch this back up and pick up the pieces here. So we are using silage additive. That does work with the conditioned grass. So that should give us 5% extra yield from what is on the ground and we're picking up. So every little bit is going to help. But there is so much meadow grass around here, but of course we got to own it before we can actually cut it. But there's, you know, I would say 80% of the map is probably meadow grass. So we can go ahead and collect it moving forward. Alright, that is good enough, but now we need to kind of clear the bales out of here. Let's go ahead and empty that on out. Shake a little bit. Like I said, just right now we're just parking things in here. Eventually, this whole place will be full of equipment. Let's go down and get the baling wrapper. We'll start wrapping it up. Now, like I said, this wrapper is from the Maizeplus mod itself. The only thing I did to it, I went in the XML file and speeded up the wrapping process. So it's going to be just like the wrapper that we had on East Vineland, basically. But this can do up to 240 centimeters. So great to have the JCB. I was talking about it for so long. Now I'm running down to the store, even though it's not far. It's rather quick. Let's put in on automatic drop. So what this will allow us to do, just like on East Vineland, once we get a grass field, I can put the crone, mower, and baler to bale it up, and I can have a worker follow behind with a wrapper with a 2.5 centimeter offset, or 2.5 meter, not centimeter, 2.5 meter offset, and we'll wrap the bales as we go. Now, I'm trying to figure out in the long run, once we get more cows, they're going to require a lot of silage. We may get a silage bunker and compact silage and do it that way, because, yeah, you'll see in about a year or two. When we have a lot of cows, they're going to go through the feed a lot. I'm not going to wrap all these because I do want bales for the sheep. So I'm guessing these are going to take 3 months to ferment. Just like they do in East Vineland, maybe? On No Man's Land, silage took only 1 month. I want to leave at least 5 bales for the sheep. I mean, it's not that difficult if they happen to go through that many bales in a day or whatever, / month. Well, we're playing 1 day for a month. Like I said, there's plenty of meadow grass everywhere. But if these ferment in a month, that'd be, of course, that'd be better. Let's move that bale a little bit to the side. Let's see, how are we doing on the bales? Okay, that's going to be good enough for now. Wow, even though it was $10,000 for landscaping fees, it's still a pretty big bump right there. Alright, actually I'm not going to use the JCB next. So, yeah, the next thing we need is, let's get ourselves the Valtra. This will be a small tractor. Where is that series? Yeah, the N series, there it is. So, yep, we want the 3-point linkage in the front. It has a 145 horse, but we're gonna go with 200. It's always, might as well just upgrade it, and that way it's there if we need it. I'm not going to change too much with it, although I am going to change the paint scheme. Interior setup, front load attacher, yes. And then the paint scheme, we're going to go white, because it's going to be like mainly used for the cows. So cows, you know, Holstein cows, black and white. You get the whole thing. Let's go ahead and buy that. And then front load attachers, front loaders. Of course, we're going to have... Was that the Hauer that was actually on there? I actually thought I saw the brand name Hauer when I said front load attacher. So, what did that say when I did the front load attacher? Hauer. Okay. So, we should go with that then. Yeah, that should be the one. There we go. Let's go ahead and buy that. And then... I always say I'm going to get a bale spike to do the bales, but if I'm going to use, I'm going to have, am I going to do loading for the pallets? I think I'm going to use an auto loading for the pallets, just because you know, in East Vineland, I didn't do any auto loading, but I think here, probably so. Front loader tools is what I'm looking for, and I got front loader tools. There we go. Let's do the bale spike. I think we'll get the pallet fork. That way I have the possibility to move the pallets around if I want to. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get that. All right, and also while we're here at the store, low loaders. And we're going to get one for the truck because moving pallets around is fun. Is this the one... that's a decent one, I think. Let's go back. How big is that one? Let's go with this one. And is it Fent Classic? I think it's Fent Classic that I went with. Spare wheel? For 1,000, where's the spare wheel going? I don't think we need a spare wheel. I'll probably get stuck on something. That's 57,000. The reason why we're getting this, it's a universal autoloader, so I think this will take bales. I never used this before for bales, but we give it a try. All right, gotta go to the store. Yep, auto load is good, or auto save is good. That looks like an awfully tall front loader for this. Is that the one that goes down here? I guess so. Oop, nope, that's wrong. Gotta do that, and then that. There we go. And we are all set. So this will be for feeding bales to the sheep and feeding straw bales to the cows. And possibly moving some pallets around if needed. Starting to look a little bit different around here with the sheds going down. And episode by episode, we're going to be putting more and more stuff down. We're going to be in the month of August for at least another episode, I think. Got to get some things squared away here before we move on. Let's go ahead and just park this over here for now, because I got to put bales in here for the sheep. Alright, and let's go grab our truck. Put the cover on the trailer, although it's going to be undercover. Now that's where I put the soil sampler for now. Yeah, so last episode I said Hinterland was a fictional map that's supposed to be like between, I thought I said France and Germany, but it's actually mid-Germany is where Hinterland is located. Let's go ahead and toss this down in here, get everything under cover, get it out of the sun. Nice and tall in here as well, so everything should fit rather nicely. Although the root crop harvester, I think when that header is folded up, that may look kind of weird. I don't know if this universal autoloader picks up bales or not. It's a different autoloading system than I used previously. I switched over when we went to Silver Run, and I didn't pick up any bales there, or did I? I think I did, actually. This may be just for pallets. Let's see here. Any... Left shift R, and they do pick up bales. Okay, that works. Oh, it doesn't stay on. Left shift R. Okay, that's a little bit more annoying. So once it doesn't sense a bale there, I guess I gotta do it every time. Oh, and I gotta be stationary for bales. Or for this autoloader. Alright, so we may get a different autoloader for the bales. Yeah, we're going to get a different autoloader for the bales. But this will be for picking up pallets and such. Alright, well, let me just grab a couple of these so we can feed the sheep. So, I mean, if there's a whole bunch of bales stacked up and I want to move them, this would work, so I can just pull up beside it. I'll be not moving, and they'll be all grouped together, and then it'll be like, yeah, give me all of them. Boom. So left shift I. We're just going to throw these here for now. All right, let's get the Voltra and feed the sheep so they can start producing wool. I mean, really, I could have gone over there with the front loader and just grabbed a couple of bales. But I wanted to see if that would work. It does, but not quite the way I want it to. See, I'll grab... Oh, probably need a weight on the back of this, huh? Alright, so you can't grab two of them. So they're going to take a few bales, I'm sure. So now when I look at the sheep, it should fill up all 4 of their food that they need. Ooh, and this shed does not seem like this shed doesn't hold that much food. That's one thing I forgot to look at. I made sure the cow barn held a lot of food, but I did not check on the sheep to see if they held a lot of food. Well, someone may be going into the XML file and changing how much food the sheep pen can hold. I mean, I guess until I do so, if it becomes a problem. Because like I said, with Maizeplus, the animals are going to eat a lot more food. So what I could do in the future is just like leave the bale here for now. And then they'll take that as needed. We can see this was meadow grass, and the sheep took the grass that were out of here because it's not full meadow grass. All right, so there's that. Yep, okay. Yeah, so what does that hold? 12,500. That's not a whole lot. Especially if we only got like 10 sheep and we're going to have it like 195. They're going to go through 12,000 liters really quick. I may just add a 0 in there to make it 125,000. That might be too much. We'll see how we get along. All right, the next thing I want to do is we got to start getting the grass field ready for today. So we got to get the grass planted in the month of August is what I need to do. So, of course, the best plow in the world is the one we always use because, yeah, we're going to get the 9-meter wide one, of course. And let's go with case red. Oh, it already is on case red. Let's go ahead and back up. And, yeah, we're all set. 19,000, let's go buy that. We've been using JCB, but now we're going to use the case tractor. Oh, I still got some, yeah, we still got some bales in the field we need to pick up. Let's pick ourselves out a baling trailer. Why don't we? Bale loaders. Nothing that's articulated, please, if I could help it. Ooh, I don't have many loaded currently. They don't say how many bales they hold. I think this is the one I'm using on East Vineland. Actually, it's not the one I'm using on East Vineland. Okay. It's only $19,000, Peanut. Just buy it. Let me look more. All right, we'll get this one right here. I don't like the chains on it, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. I may change that in the future, like next episode. We'll have to wait and see. Time to make a grass field. Yeah, I know there's a little bit of grass there, but that's fine. We got a good start. And we don't own all the way down to this road here. I don't know where our property ends, but when we start plowing, you'll tell us. We'll be making a lot of trips to the store. Actually, I'm going to do this. And that way I can make my trips count. Not that it's too far, but we are here. Auto bale mode disabled. Control left shift R. So is that going to automatically pick up the bales? And I don't have to keep on clicking it. That's what we're looking for. Ooh, I don't actually have a percentage of how many bales this can hold. Usually in the bottom right hand corner, you see how many bales you got and how many it can hold. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 per a row. And how high will it go? Like 4? So maybe hold 28? I just need to get the bales off the field. Let's put them right over here. Oh, I didn't grab the straw bales, because that needs to be plowed as well. But we'll get started on making a field first. And I know if I put the plow on the front, I can plow at a much faster speed. But I just prefer just to do it the way it's intended to be used, I guess. Either way is fine of how you want to do it, but we're going to do it this way. And we're going to leave our space between the road. Let's see. To create fields, yes. Lower that one down. I do have stones turned on, right? Did I double tap that? There we go. I was like, oh no, what's going on here? Yeah, I do have stones turned off. If they start appearing, it's not that big of a deal. I know how to get rid of them. Did that on Cylindra. So every time I do this, I know, there's a lot of new people getting into Farming Simulator, or you may not know. It's like, why are we creating the field, put grass in when grass grows here anyways? It just will increase the yield that you get off of the area. So meadow grass, yeah, you can get grass, but it's not going to be as good as making a field, planting grass in, and maintaining the field with lime, fertilizer, all that good stuff. Plus, meadow grass has weeds in it. Our field will not have weeds in it. Does it show the grid on the map? No, it doesn't. Alright, either way, I probably eventually will own most of the land around here anyways. And I guess that's where we own to right now. Oops, that's right, still got create fields on. So this would be a good start. But for the amount of hay, because the sheep and the cows are both going to take hay, and the silage that we need. But for year one, this is an okay start. And yes, we will be using workers on this series, of course. Having this many fields, Frank, Francine, Francesca, Franco, Frank Jr. I'm sure they'll be around at some point. But since we only had 3 true fields to start with, I don't have much work for them currently. And this also, by the way, gets rid of all the shrubbery. I think Omatana, I think she actually put in... Let me double check that for you, but I think she may have put in the landscaping tool to where you can make a field. Or I might be speaking on my butt on this one. Asphalt. Oh, field create. So it's under plants. Okay, that's interesting. So if you don't want to plow a field, you want to make a field, and you want to do it quickly. Is that creating a field with grass in it? I think I read it actually. If you want to go to the help menu, and where is her help menu here? Hinterland. So there are a few things I think over like in episode 1. If you want to make more money, you can buy these signs in the store. There's a wooden sign that brings you around $100,000 a year, $1 million a year, or if you put this golden sign down, it brings you $10 million a year. Or if you want to go the hard way, they're available in the following levels. You can buy weights for players in new farm mode, so it's 100,000. Weights for players in start from scratch mode who have paid off the loan. So yeah, you can buy these to take money on out. Creating fields. There are several ways to create fields. The most convenient option is field creation in the construction mode. To do this, go to landscaping area in the construction menu. Plants. Yes, that's right, plants. Because a field properly belongs to the same category as flowers. Okay. So, yeah, you got to go to plants. Please note that painting fields is quite expensive, even if the menu says 0. Well, we got the free landscaping tool, so that's fine. But either way you want to go. So if you want to get it done, you can do it that way. I don't think it charged me. I do have the free landscaping mode on. So anything we do in landscaping does not charge us. Or it shouldn't. So when it comes to planters and seeders, everything that, planter or seeder has got, we want it to be a direct drill, because with precision farming, that will give you a great score on the tillage score. So trying to find direct drills that I haven't used was difficult. The planter is probably going to be the same one that we used on East Vineland. I'll keep on looking until we get around to where we need a planter. We are going to buy a seed drill today, because we got to plant grass. Going to get in here right away and plant some grass. But we still got a lot more expensive things to buy. And I'm down. I've almost spent $4 million so far. And we still got to buy the root crop harvester, but we won't need that until next year. That'll be for potatoes. The silo. I mean, there's a few more expensive things that we need to go, but yeah, I think originally when I think I said in episode 1, I'm guessing we're going to spend probably like $7-8 million. That's probably still going to be pretty close to where we're going to be, so that's not too bad at getting up to 10 million. Now, for those of you new to the channel, I'm no stranger for borrowing a lot of money at the beginning and then paying it off. I.e. checkout in Farming Simulator 19, we did a challenge on the map Pacific Northwest to where we had a $55 million loan, and we had to pay everything off. So $10 million to me, it's like, that's not too bad. We can get there. All right, we still got to buy the cotton module harvester. Yeah, I did try it on No Man's Land to see what it looked like, the root crop harvester, to where we can harvest the cotton. And it does a great job. It's just weird. So, I mean, if you want to use it, go on ahead and do it your own way. You play the game to have fun. But we're going to go ahead and use the cotton module harvester. I still don't see... I have never used... I think I used the John Deere cotton module harvester once. And for the price, I just don't get it. It's almost double the price. And it's not that much of a difference. Other than the case comes out as a square and the John Deere comes out as a round cotton module. The only thing is, with the John Deere, you don't have to stop harvesting. But really, for $400,000 more, I think it might be $400,000 more, I'd rather have the case and just stop every once in a while for a brief second and let the module unload. That's just my personal opinion. Alright, let me go ahead and get the rest of this field plowed on up. Got to move those straw bales and got to plow up that field, because that field does need to be plowed as well. And then we're going to buy ourselves a seed drill and come over here and get some grass planted. And then we got to spread some lime on the field, of course. Oh, I gotta do some soil sampling down here. That's right, this is a new field. We gotta do some soil sampling. Which, as we know, that won't take long. And just like that, we have ourselves a nice plowed field for our grass to be put in. But before we do that, we're going to take some soil samples. This field that we're kind of in has already been done, of course. We just got to do that down there, but as you know, it's not going to take me too long. I'm going to grab the JCB, grab our soil sampler, take some samples, and then we're going to buy ourselves a lime spreader, and we're also going to put down a buying station that comes with the map from Montana. And I'm going to put that down anywhere because it only costs like 5,000. So if I don't like where it is, I can always change it. I'm just trying to picture how I want this farm to be in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this down like right in this general area. Construction, of course. Tools or containers. Gotta be containers, yep. Oh, there, actually it's right there. So the one thing I don't know, every time I use one of these, it always says, oh, it'll give you a discount. And I'm always wondering, well, how much of a discount? And that's what I don't know. I don't know if this one gives us a discount or not. But I'm just going to go ahead and throw it down. I think at this angle here would be good. There we go. So I don't know, is it just seed and fertilizer? Or is it seed? It just says buying station, right? So it doesn't, I don't know, is it like all products? Or we're about to find out. All right, let me grab the soil samples, get that done. Take me just about a second. And then got to head down to the store. We got to buy ourselves a lime spreader. And of course a seed drill. And we'll get the grass field done. $300 of soil samples done. Took 2 samples. $150 a piece. Basically what it comes down to. Since I'm in the JCB, might as well just come on down here. Leave room for the stuff to spawn on in. And we're going to go in here and we got to go to spreaders down here. And for the lime spreader, we're going to be using the Breedle K165 by Stevie. Just because I want to be able to change the color on it. And lime green. They don't actually have a lime green here, do they? They have an olive green, but that's too dark for me. That'll work. And the design color, how about a Breedle yellow? That works for me. We want the extension on here, so it holds a lot of lime. And of course, we want the spreading disc. Now, the only downside of this, kind of like the one I was using on East Vineland, that would spread at 42 meters. This is only going to spread at 18, but that is still pretty darn good. Wheel setup. Narrow tires, wide tires is fine. Everything else is fine. And, yep. So that's $93,000. And I'm hoping that buying station allows us to buy lime. Now, I'm wondering how much of a discount we're going to get, if any. To me, it doesn't matter. I just want to be able to buy in bulk. I don't want to buy, you know, 9 pallet or 19 pallets or whatever it is to fill this on up. Actually, let me look to see how much a pallet. Can you buy a bag of lime? So 2,000 liters is $350. So every 6,000 liters would be $1,000, basically. So we can get lime and solid fertilizer because that's all that can go in here. Yeah, so I think we're paying the same as we would in the store. And I'm fine with that. Unlike the one I was using on Cylindra, that was a huge discount. This one here, I like that. I like it being the same price. So if you're new to precision farming, depending on the soil type is the type of lime that it needs. No values detected yet. Okay, we do know the soil type. Oh, there it goes. It just wasn't in the field yet, I guess. So the pH value is not too far off there. Just got to get used to the working width. So by getting, this spreader, and then we're going to get ourselves a fertilizer spreader, I don't have to keep emptying it out to put the other product in. We'll just have 2 separate ones. But usually lime, you go through a lot more than fertilizer. So the pH value is determined by the soil type. And the nitrogen is how much nitrogen you need in the field, fertilizer, is determined by the crop that you have in the field. So you got to get the lime down before the crop hits the first growth stage. So if crop is growing in the field, you cannot put lime down. You can plant. So like if I came in here and planted the grass first, I could come in here right away and put the lime down. But if the grass is at least in the growing stage, yeah, you cannot put lime down. Fertilizer in precision farming, you want to put down as late as you can. More precisely, you'd rather like to put it down just before the crop hits ready for harvest. Ooh, I just went into that field a little bit and destroyed my crop a little bit. We just lost about 10 liters of soybeans. So that's why when we get like the drill and the seeder, I'm not going to care too much if it puts down fertilizer while we plant. While we plant, I want to fertilize in the first growth stage, normally. Alright, so we're not going through that much lime. So this here, for the first year, probably 2, should be able to keep up with the cows and sheep. But I'm going to try to prep ahead and make sure we got enough. All I know is the cows eat a lot. So I don't have the exact numbers, but I know roughly what they were. So in that cow barn that we did put down over there, I put in 60 cattle, and within 1 month, they went through pretty close. I think it was 80,000 liters of food in 1 month. I think it was 60 cattle, 60 or 60, somewhere in there. So that's quite a bit. And seeing that that pen holds 200 or 250, I forgot what it was. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of food per month, so that's a lot of silage and a lot of hay. I did move the straw bales over here. I need to come over here and pick those up. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, like I said, I think in the long run, we'll probably have like a huge bunker somewhere to where we bring grass and chaff and compact it to make silage, just because having that many silage bales around, unlike the bale storage that we have on East Vineland, it's a nice bale storage, but only holds, I won't say only, 4 million liters. We're going to need a lot more than that, so yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's not try to get any lime into the river. Gonna love hearing that every time I drive by the frogs in the swampy area of the river. So for a while, just like I think a little bit like on East Vineland with our precision scoring, the scoring is going to go up and down. And the better the score, the better the bonus is going to be. So if you're unfamiliar with precision farming, if you follow the rules of precision farming and help out the environment by doing as they prefer you to do, I guess, yeah, depending on your rating, you get a bonus when you sell stuff. So up to 15% bonus you can get for selling material. All right, I'm destroying a little bit of soybean there, but what can you do? So even for a small field like this, although it's never been lined before, it should be good for quite a while. So the base game, I think it's every 3 times you harvest a field it requires lime. In precision farming, you know, you can do it every year if you want. It just won't take that much lime at all. So I kind of like that about that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely got to do some landscaping, and that might be done next episode. Let's grab the case. Try to switch back and forth from tractors. Alright, so the drill that we're going to use, the seed drill. Now, I don't think I have this in the mod description because it's the horse. This comes from the horse pack. And the site I got it from, I haven't been able to log into that site in ages. It just says timed out and I can't log into that site. The site doesn't even load in for me to log into. So if you're looking for the horse equipment, this may even be on the Giants mod hub by now, but this came out within like a week after FS22 and I just haven't looked for it since. But yeah, if you're looking for the horse pack, maybe you can search it. I have seen it on third-party websites, which if you want to get it from there, do so. That's fine. But it is going to cost $181,000. I do believe this does have a fertilizer tank, but we just want to use it for seed. The color we're just going to leave all the same. Don't really need to change nothing, I don't think. It is a 12 meter wide. It is I did click on the direct drill one. Yes, this is a direct drill. So we're all set there. Requires 320 horsepower. We got plenty of that. So let's go pick up now our new drill. Of course, everything around here is new. Oh, the one thing I haven't checked at all. Okay, it's all pretty much small stuff. Yeah, nothing that we're looking for. No, we're all good. Not that I really need to buy stuff on sale because we're just spending money left and right. I mean, buying new, it's not going to break down as fast or wear down as fast and we have to repair as much. I mean, I could fertilize as I seed and then just go back in and top off with the fertilizer afterwards. So I mean, yeah. I guess we'll fertilize when I plant, just in case if I ever get too busy and never get back to the field before it grows, or I don't get in there. At least it'll have fertilizer in it. I mean, might as well. I'm going across the field anyways, right? So we open up the containers here. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where the triggers are. Alright, we got a full container both for fertilizer and seed. Now the same thing goes true with when you plant. Now it's not going to matter on grass, but with precision farming, depending on the soil type, it also depends on how much seed it's going to take. But I think with grass it doesn't matter. And I probably should switch that over to grass, right? Now, also on this map, Omatana did put down where we can plant field grass, or if you want to, I don't know how easy it is to see that symbol at the bottom right-hand corner. Let me try to get on something so you can see a little bit better. There you go. So you can kind of see, it's got the grass symbol, but it's got like those little yellow specks above it. That is meadow grass. So if you want to plant meadow grass, look like this grass, with being in a field, you can do so. I'm going to stick to grass for now. Just the old style type of grass that we all know and love, I guess. But I suppose if you want to plant meadow grass, you could. I know I missed a few spots here with the line, but it's alright. It's just a little bit. And it shouldn't take that much grass here. So in the upper left-hand corner, that map up there is for the precision farming. You may see the things shifting around left and right. The checkered flag is showing where our nitrogen level should be for grass in the soil type that we are. And the little meter going back and forth, that's the current level that it was at before we put down the fertilizer. Not way below that, but at the bottom of that part, it'll say variable seed rate. And it's not available for grass. So grass is going to plant whatever seed it needs, wherever the base game is. Which I wonder why they left it like that. When we do other crops, it'll go from low, medium, and high, depending on the soil type. So you can save money on seed doing that. But just I want to get this grass field in August. This was my first, I know when I was planning this map and what we're going to do, I definitely was thinking, yep, need to get the grass in so we can get at least one cut in for the year before winter gets here. And at least we'll have some hay, and we'll have some, we should have some silage by then for the cows, depending on how long those bales take. If those bales only take a month, I'll make a whole bunch of silage bales, and we can get the cows sooner. But a lot of spending today. We're down to 5.8 million, which means we have spent 4.2 almost. We bought an expensive shed, but that shed should hold a lot of our stuff. We bought this drill, a plow, the lime spreader, and what else? Oh yeah, the baler, or not the baler, the Krone Big M, the mower. So a lot of money being spent, but we're not done yet. We still got a ways to go. More things to do. We still got to build the farm. We're going to need a silo. The other shed, I think there's one big production building we got to put down. That's going to be a BGA. And we got a couple of production buildings we need to put down. So, yeah, I think we're going to be somewhere around $7 million spent when we get done. But we'll have to see. But I'm going to continue on planting this grass field. Get this done. It'll be done by next episode. This episode, again, looks like it's going to be at least an hour or so. So I think I need to end it here. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Hinterland. But until then, have a good one.